Hey everybody, welcome. Am I on even? It's not showing me on even. It's not broadcasting. So we're not broadcasting right now. Uh, okay. Good grief. All right, everybody, can you hear me? Sorry. Hey, welcome to a wave. This has been a hassle. It's not broadcasting. So we're not broadcasting right now. Okay. Good grief. All right, everybody, can you hear me? Sorry. Welcome to a wave. Okay. Okay. This has been a hassle. All right, so let me get TikTok started. Restream has been a genuine pain in the butt today. And I don't like it. It really irritated me. Because Restream was what held us up today. So I'll be here till about 4:15, 4:30. So hour, 15 minutes, hour and a half. Let me get this going, okay? Let me get this started. And we're done with that. Go to a live goal. Give me a second here. Restream has been throwing wrenches in my situation all afternoon. Oh, that's new. I like that. I'm going to try that one and I see what that is. Anyway, let me find something. Give me a minute here, you guys. I'll go with Shattering Popcorn today because I'm tired. Make sure that mic's up. Here we go. We're going live. We're going live. Hang on. Give me a second to get set up. And then we'll talk. Okay. Let me get hooked up here for TikTok. And away we go. Hey, everybody. Welcome. Good Lord. It took about 10 minutes to get set up on the other two networks, which shouldn't have happened that way, but it did. No one's over there watching. Anyway. Okay, welcome, everybody. I finally got back in here. I was tired yesterday, and I apologize for not being here yesterday, but I really was tired. I was exhausted yesterday. So I ended up, not even doing my book read like I normally do because I've been so tired. I just got really tired. So welcome, everybody. I'm glad you're all here. I have to make sure that I glue what is going on here. That part's falling. Here's concerns. I have some concerns with this thing. Good to see you. See, Granny. Good to see everybody over here. Good to see. We're broadcasting on TikTok and the other two networks right now that I can't mention. All right, so we're talking some concerns that I have about this. Here's where we're at, okay? Now, the frosting that we used, the yellow frosting that came with it, that's supposed to glue the whole thing together, is falling off. I happened to touch it yesterday when I was going to the show, and some of it crumbled off. So I have some major concerns about, is it going to hold when I go to try to put the roof on? That's a major concern. Because that's what happened. That other one, we got the roof on there with the existing frosting that they had. It crumbled and that was the end of it. So, all right, like, follow, share if you're watching from TikTok. Like, follow, share. I will be doing psychic readings tonight at 6:45 p.m. Pacific. But if you're over on TikTok, be sure to like, follow, share. I'm also trying to collect chatting popcorns. Can you give me some chatting popcorns? That would be great. So here's where we're at. So I'll show you at the point that we're at right now. I had to take yesterday off. Too exhausted. Completely out of energy. It was bad. So there it is there, okay? Now all these things fell off the front. So I'll have to put more of those on once it's built up to get those kind of Christmas light things on there. So I'm going to attempt to put the roof on. Now, like I said, that frosting is really crumbly because it dried. And I have major concerns over the frosting. Just checking out what's going on over here. I got 4 people. Okay. But we're going to go ahead and do it anyway. Okay. If it falls apart, it falls apart. So there's some painting we have to do today on a couple of parts. But we're going to try and get the first two roof slabs on. The issue is I haven't glued in that last corner of the roof over there. So I'll have to do that today. But we're going to have to paint those other. Here's the roof slabs right here for the main house. They're not the lightest either. So that being said, this other one has to be glued on. I should have done it yesterday and I didn't. I was so tired yesterday. I mean, I was really, really tired. And I'm going to use some of that yellow stuff. The yellow one to do it. Because the yellow one seems to be pretty good at holding stuff together. So we'll use this stuff. This is the one they say is their glue. So we're going to do that real first. Let's get this on real quick. And then we're going to put the other side of the roof. We're going to put the front part of the roof on to get started. I ended up cutting that because I couldn't get the stuff inside that. So I hope you're all having a good day. But this stuff is just about useless. But like I said, it's concerning me because of the fact that it is it's really dry to the point where it crumbles. And I think something similar happened. And there shouldn't be any hard pieces on this because I stored it in a baggie. Oh, it's coming out on me here. Okay. I don't think this is going to hold here, but we'll go ahead and try it. I'm going to do it on the part where I have to reattach this piece that broke. See how it does, okay? I'm just going to slap it this way. Because we got to get this on. And then we'll focus on putting the one half of the roof on. But like I said, this stuff's drying to the point where it's crumbling. And it makes me nervous. You know? So I just hope it all holds together in the end. Because like that one, we had a lot of work on that. You know, that other one looked really good. We had a lot of work poured into it, and then the roof collapsed in. So we're just trying to. So I'm not saying I hate to glob this, but I could always trim it. So we are going to go ahead and put this roof on. Put this end of the roof on. Let this dry. And maybe by the time we get done doing the other stuff today, this will be ready to go. I'm going to put this under here to let it dry. It's pretty lined up. There. So I'm going to let it dry under there. Let me push it together for a minute or two. We're going to put half the roof on. Okay. Let me scrape this excess right here. We're just going to go ahead and scrape that ahead of time. I can get the majority of this off. This excess. But I have concerns about the roof right now. And is it going to stay on? Is it not going to stay on? Not the roof itself, but I mean, the building, is it going to stay together or is it not going to stay together? All right, so I'm going to put this down here. Let that dry. Now I'm going to look at the roof over here for the front. And then we'll paint. We're going to paint today. So we can put the roof right there. Looks nice right there. So let's see if we can get the roof on, guys. Hey, if I do, it looks like it'll hold it on there. You never know with these things. How much of an overhang? Yeah, it's about right. All right, so let's see if we can get this roof on. We have to use what we have as existing, unfortunately. And it's not the best. That's why I have major concerns about putting this thing on. But I'll do my best. We're going to push this down on here. Because it did work. I mean, for what it's worth, it did work. And this can be smeared on even more because no one's going to see this. That's not going to be seen anyway. It's going to be hidden away. Trying to get further down with it. There's not a lot of this left. So I'll show you. I'll turn it around. Then what we'll do is we'll let it sit and dry, and hopefully it stays where it's supposed to stay. And then we'll work on the other parts on here. Because there's, like I said, I got to paint the smaller roof for the garage. I think Clark had a garage. I think that's a garage. I'm not positive. But I did want to come in here. I felt really bad yesterday not doing this with you guys. I really did feel bad about it. But I mean, I've been thinking of like the weekend before that I was thinking about, I know during the week, I have to take a day off. I have to take a break from TikTok. And I was debating when I was going to do that. Hi, everybody. Hello, everybody on the other two networks that I can't mention without getting in trouble. So I was really debating about taking some time off anyway, and so yesterday kind of came together for time off for me. Because I have to, you guys have to remember, when I get done with this today, when we're done being together today with this, I will go in there and sleep for an hour or so before I do my night readings. The night readings take a lot out of me, and see, the frightening part with this is that that's not sticking very well there. That's what scares me. All right, let's get this part of the roof on, and then we'll paint. We're going to paint today. We'll paint those two parts, get them decorated up and all that, get them ready to go, and make sure it's lined up with the V up there. I think we're good. Again, I don't want to put a lot of pressure on here. It scares me. Oh, that one boogered out way out. Okay, let's get the booger out. There we go. Remove the booger. See, I pressed it down too hard, booger. Yeah, that's where it should be. Make sure it's at the peak. Yeah, okay, now I'm going to press down on it. I'm really not happy about doing that because I'm afraid it's going to collapse in. So I'll do it for 2 minutes. We'll count, okay? We'll just do the 2-minute count on it. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,006, 1,007, 1,008. Am I pushing it down? No. 1,009, 1,010, 1,011, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I'm going to stop. Okay, we're going to leave it, and hopefully it doesn't go flying down. I'll turn it around to show you. Since the other one's not going to be ready to put on anyway. Well, we could try, but I think we should wait for this one to go on first. Okay, so here's what we got. See, look at that. Isn't that cool? There's a lot of decorations we can do because right now, what we're looking at is, I got to do that one wall. I got to do that roof section. And then we can put the little, like you can see where it's missing on the front now, those little candy light bulbs, to put those on. So those will get on. So we should be okay with the roof. We're going to leave it alone, put overhead for now. So let's do what we have to do. Let's paint, because I have to use that yellow frosting anyway. So let me paint this little wall here, because this has to be painted. Because this is going to be part of that other roof. So this is going to go like right in here, which I'll have to trim some of the booger off from there. This is going to go like right here. Then that other roof is going to sit on here. See, they're going to hit the corner and go right there. So we got to paint that, and then we got to paint the gray on that other roof. For the other roof. Let me make sure I see it where it goes. Yeah, it goes right there. Right along the side there. So we'll figure that out. Okay. So let's get the gray first. We'll deal with the gray. And let that dry. We'll deal with the gray. Because this is the roof panel. This is like, I think it's a garage. I think he had a garage. Didn't he have a garage? I think he had a garage, and I think that's for the garage. So let's go ahead and get the gray, and we'll do that while that other roof panel dries. Let me grab the gray out of here. There it is. In my infinite wisdom, I sealed everything up. Okay, let me see this. That's yellow. That's the gray underneath it. Oh, no, that's that. Okay. I may have to start a new one for the gray. There might start a fresh one for the gray. I shouldn't have made it gray. I should have left it white in my infinite wisdom, but I didn't do that. So I went gray with the roof because I thought the roof looked kind of funky without being gray. So, okay, so here's what I have left of the gray paint. Or not gray paint, but the gray frosting. So here's what we're going to do. Since I'm not using it, just I have a fresh water for tonight to put that in. That's going to be for our gray. So let's get some gray in there. Now, we don't need a lot. I don't need to attack it with tons of gray. Just enough in there that we can was never in the bag. Whoa, I must have been tired. I had to have been tired, you guys. It never was in the bag. I thought I had it in the bag. Wow, I must have been like, that tells you how tired I was. Here, I thought I had it in the bag. Good thing there's just enough in here to paint this thing. I thought I had it in that bag. See what I mean? That's how tired I got this past week. So we have just enough to do this, so thank the gods on that one. I thought it was in the bag. Good thing we lucked out. Look at it. Okay. Just try and not use as much water. I thought it was in the bag. Shows you what I know. See what happens? This is what happens when I get tired. I do stupid things. I do dummy things, and that was a dummy thing to do. All right, so let's get this ready to go. So we can paint that section because we're going to have to put the rest of the millions of twinkly lights on there too. So it's still not done, and probably a little bit of snow, a little water. I have about, make it fairly thick. About like that. Ooh, that's too much. I overdid the water. Hang on. Now I overdid the water. Where's the other cup I have in here? Don't want to, well, you know what we'll do to this, because we're going to have to make this, that's got sugar in it. That's not, is that usable still? Yeah. So, okay. So let me dispense this water somewhere. It's going to be that kind of night, you can tell. So we're ready to turn it into that kind of day. Oh, I can put it right there. Get that out of there. I shall dispense accordingly. It's going to be that kind of day, isn't it? You think? Oh, here we go. Dispense some water. Yeah, because we don't want that much water on it. Let me stir it up. It's the kind of day we're having. So everybody started. Isn't it wonderful? Welcome to my world. Won't you come on in? Oh, Lord. I think that's enough water. Okay, we got to paint first. So we're going to paint it. I need that brush right there. And I'll let you see what I'm doing. Take that down. And we got to paint that little one too in the other colors. So we're going to paint this gray to match the other half of the roof. Now, if that holds, I'll be really happy. Doesn't mean it will. And we want a little more clumpy and thicker. It's not quite thick enough for what I want. So that entails another pour. Okay. See if there's enough in there to add just one little more glob. Make it a little thicker. Should. How about you? Oh, not quite. I just need a small glob of fairly fresh gray. Like that. I feel like I'm baking. Just a glob here, a glob there. Okay, that was right. I forget this is sugar based. When I go to clean these brushes, I just soak them in water and they clean right up. It's just kind of cool. I keep thinking it's like oil paint and it's gonna, it's not gonna clean right and all that. So what was my day of relax like? My day of relax was I went to the store briefly to get some dog cat food, and I came back and got into watching Under the Bridge on Hulu. That was really a good miniseries. Riley Keough produced it, starred in it. Really nice miniseries. Talks all about bullying and like 16 teeny boppers. We'll call them teeny boppers. How 16 teeny boppers took out one gal. And the gal's father was from India. Or her mother and father were both from India. They both were Canadian, but they were both from India. And so, of course, the kids did nothing but make fun of this little girl, this young girl. And she got in with the wrong crowd. And it got ugly. I don't like the way this is going on at all. It's too light colored. I'm low on gray. I might have to make my own gray. Not too happy about this roll right now. The color we're going on. I think I did multiple coats of gray the first time I did it because I wasn't happy. Not very gray, you guys. See it? Like I said, this will have to dry. It'll dry fast. Let this dry. We add a coat. So now we have to do the same thing. Okay. All right, it has some snow on it here. Over here. And I think this is still soft over here. So since that's still soft over there, that might end that problem for that one. So let me get in here with this brush. Get some of this. I think this one's in better shape than the gray was. And we're going to do this wall right here. Yeah, see? This was much better mixed. It's still weird, but you're not going to really see that wall unless you take an angle. You get to it from that angle. Spread it out. Thin it out, spread it out. It's got sugar in it too, so that's causing a problem. I put the extra sugar in there thinking I wouldn't have to use it again in my infinite stupidity. So, and this also has to have twinkly lights put on it. But this just might go the first time. We don't have to do any extra on it. Sigh. Okay, so there we have that. So this will probably go the way it is. It's going to be kind of turned away from whoever's looking at it anyway. But it's got to dry because we need this to put together the other half of that garage door on there. All right. So there we have it. We just got to wait for it to dry now. This one's only one coat on this. So we're fine. See how it's yellow? That's only going to take one coat. So let that dry on its own. The gray should dry pretty fast. We'll throw another coat of that. All right, so what we can do, since we're in here, is outside of screaming because we're behind on it. I don't think this is ready to mount on the roof yet. I have to let this dry. I might be able to let this mount. It's already dry pretty much. I can't press on it, but I could probably, should we try to mount that? Let's try to mount it. The question is, do I feel lucky? We don't know how lucky I feel. Let's see if we can get that half of the roof mounted. I'm not going to put a lot of pressure on it because, like I said, the situation with that corner being broken. Plus, it's interesting because I just have a little feeling about, oh yeah, it's the top portion too. Well, we'll give it a shot. All right, let me try some on there. I'll start putting this stuff on here so we can mount it. How's that sound? Try and get this half of the roof mounted. See, it's not even sticking on there. That's what scares me. Scares me to death. Okay, let me get some more of this out of here. Welcome to my world. Won't you come on in? Miracles, I guess, still happen now and then. Walk away from me, because I'm a jerk. Okay. Welcome to my world. Okay. So we'll try to get this on without breaking it and stuff. See if we can get these on there. I mean, it'd be nice to get them on there and actually get the roof on this thing. Then we can start maybe working on the other types of lights, on here. See how hard it is to put on? This is why it's making me nervous. You can just see the angle I'm at putting this on. It's clumping on and it makes me nervous because I don't think it's working right. But I'll do my best with what I have. But it's hardening, it's clinky, you got to cram it on with your finger to even get it on there, which is rather frightening. Especially right in there because that's where the broken piece is going to sit. See what I mean? How it's coming off? That's where the broken piece is going to sit. I mean, I'm going to do this because it did glue really well. It glued the other side on already. So I'm more than willing to try it. But on the other hand, I want to make sure it sticks before I go through all that. So now we're going to want to put something on the top up there so that it stays together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to loop this over the top. We can always paint it. To fix it. So now we're starting to put this stuff on the top. So that's the stuff that's going to go in between the roof section, we hope. That the roof's going to mount itself on. I had a bad feeling about this last night. I really did, and it was a really, really, really bad feeling when I was sitting there watching TV and thinking about this project because of what happened over there. Because we get done with this and we do Cousin Eddie's trailer, we're going to be heading back over there with the other house and getting that, reconnected like it's supposed to be. Because that one collapsed. The old saying goes, it's all fun and games until someone or something gets hurt, This is either too gummy or it's not gummy enough. I'm just trying to glom it up here. Messy, messy, messy. Okay, I'm trying to collect some chattering popcorn. If you guys can help me out with that, that would be great. Down to one over there. You guys lost interest already? Oh, someone's out there. Who's out there? I got a hi, Charlotte. Who is it? Hey, William. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody on the other network. But I can't see the name. Hi, everybody. I forgot today was a holiday. I'm waiting for the mail to come. Then it finally hit me. It says this is the federal holiday. Everything's closed up. I'm sitting out there. I'm online with the delivery thing, the informed delivery, trying to see what's coming today, and nothing's coming because hey, it's a holiday. It's a Fed holiday. Okay, so let's see if we can get this thing on there, and it'll stay for us. It's going to be globby going on because I'm globbing the hell out of it to get it on there. And I don't like globbing, but we do want it to stay on. Okay, I got one more section to put on here then. Then I think we can try this. Like I said, I don't want to put too much pressure on this one because, oh, how weird. Oh, I did that, didn't I? Okay, I'm just doing, I know what I did. I just kind of made myself freak out there for a second. I'm fine. So what I did. Okay, here we go. Everybody cross your fingers. Onward to go. Onward, roofing soldiers, marching on to war. Okay. Okay. We want to be even with it, and we are. Cross your fingers, everybody. Everybody cross those fingers. Now, I did this right. It's looking nice. I just hope it stays up there. Okay, again, I don't want to put too much pressure, but I have to because I want to make sure this goes with this, goes together. Oops. See, already moving around. Because we have to fill the top in anyway with something. But okay, so here we go. Ready? I'm going to push down. I don't want to push too hard, like I said, because that is the broken piece. However, it went out pretty good. I have more of an overhang over here. I don't know why. For some reason, it overhang more over here. Okay, here we go. I'm going to put some pressure on it and hope for the best. 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000, 7, 1,008, 1,009, 1,010, 1,011, 1,012, 1,013, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40 seconds. Okay, let's see what happens. Here goes nothing. So So I'll show you the roof. There's always space between the panels, so there's nothing I can do about that. So here's the back. We've got the roof on the back. Hopefully it holds. It doesn't break. See, there's the roof on the back, you guys. See over there? That's the roof on the back. Hopefully it stays where this one's already drifting down. So, good bracer. Too tall. So already drifting down, which is a problem. Not falling. What is it with the gray stuff? All right, so it's got to dry. Once it dries, I don't think it'll drift down anymore. That's ready to go. I might be able to put the back of the house on. You know that. Okay, so there it is there. That's the back. Hopefully it holds, because it really seems like it's drifting down. It's not supposed to. Well, this one is really good on there. There's always got to be one side. Just how life is. There's always going to be one side that has to drift down, and not cooperate. And I got to figure out what length this has to be in on the side to put the wall up. How you doing? Are you going down anymore? Yeah, you're drifting. It's just the one side that I repaired that's drifting. I don't think I pressed on it very good. Let me get another press on it. Because we want to make sure this is together. One, 1,000, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Let's try that. See if that holds it a little better. It does look nice with the roof on it. So the idea now is to find out how far out this outbuilding has to go on here. There's the last window for that garage area. I'll check the roof, make sure it hasn't drifted down any. No, it's staying there now. It's staying put now. Okay, so we're looking at the outbuilding is what we're looking at right now, this little outbuilding. I didn't think we'd get that far today. Upside down. So that shows that going all the way back that far. So we can bring out how many windows on this side. I've got 2 full windows. So this is the 2 one right here. That's the windows that are going to go on this side. Right here. This is an outbuilding. So I'm figuring I got a single window right there. That's why it all has to fit. This is how far to attach it. The question is, this is where it gets questioning. To put this on, you want to make sure it fits over there because it's going to have to lie there. So what we're going to do is we have to put this one right here. That guy right there. That guy goes right there. Okay? Because that's where that other one goes. Now what we're going to want to do is even it. So this will tell me where to put that thing right there. So let's see if we do that. This is going to have to sit right there, and this is going to put this part. Being broken, you're going to go this way. Let's do this. Okay, this will be a flatter situation. So this will be here. This will be here. So this part's going to have to go right along in here. which means I'm going to have to remove some stuff on the front. So, not to mention the roof has to line up with this as it comes around the corner, which is like this. So the roof's going to come down like this, right against here, and then you got this. The roof has to sit right about there, if not against there, but it's not going to sit against there. I don't care what they say. So the roof's got to sit like this on here, right on there like that. That's how that roof's going to sit. But the important main thing is to line this up where it needs to be. Yeah, so that's going to line up where it needs to be. Whoa, is it showing 3 windows on there? It sure is. It's showing a 3rd window, but there's no 3rd window. Oh, that's crazy. It's showing a 4th window, but there's no 4th window. Now on here it shows 2 windows. It must be showing the wraparound window. It's good to see everybody. So what we're going to be attempting to do for now, I guess what we'll do is we'll go ahead, we'll load all the twinkly lights on this really quick. We'll put those twinkly lights. And so what we're going to do is, then we'll have to let that dry, and we'll glue this one on, this window set over here on, because we know where that's going to go. Pretty much how that's going to fit, where it's going to go. So I need the twinkly lights. Where'd they go? I put them back in here. Let me see if I can find the twinkly lights. Need the twinkly lights. That gray one is the bane of me right now. I put it in here. Where did I put the twinkly lights? Oh, in there. Okay, there's the white one. Where did I put the yellow twinkly lights? Obviously not you. Must have been the other one. Okay. We got this here. There you are. See right there. Let's get the twinkle lights on. Let's get the twinkle lights on this. Let that dry, and then we'll get it glued on there. So let's do some twinkle light work. This is holding. Came down a little bit, but not bad. Okay, so it is holding. Starting to hold. But you know what I'm seeing? This thing's separating. Hang on. Yeah, this thing's coming off of this. Yeah, separating from that, which I didn't want to do. Okay. All right, let's put some twinkle lights on this bad boy. Hello, everybody. I hope you're having a good time. So we got the main roof on, so that's pretty cool. Uh-oh. Do we have a clog up? So if we may have a clog. We may have a clog. Let's see. See if we have a clog or not. Oh, no clog. All right. Oh, good. I thought it was a clog. All right, let's get some twinkle lights on here. Okay, let me do it so you both can see. There we go. We're putting twinkle lights on. Let's get these twinkle lights on, you guys. I'll turn it more this way. Got to add to the millions of twinkle lights. It's interesting because there was sugar all over the top of this, but it's working pretty good. Because we gotta let the twinkle lights dry before we mess with it. And you're not gonna hardly see this anyway once it's on the house because there we go. There we go. We bring good things to light. Hold on. All right. Now we wait for this to dry. This will dry fast. So in the meantime, like I said, what we're going to do is, where's the top of this? There it is. See, I just put extra twinkle lights on here. Thousands of twinkle lights. See you guys, thousands of twinkle lights. There's the twinkle lights. So we'll put this out of here to dry, or over here to dry. So we know for a fact that, where'd this thing will go? Graceful, Millie. Maybe so. It's over there. Okay. And we'll be ready for another coat of this in a second. This is almost completely dry. Be ready to dab that green one. Okay, so what we're going to do is glue this up. Let's get this thing against the house right here. This is going to go right here. I love it when they don't cut them evenly like that. Okay, so this is going to go right here. Right on there. Or maybe here. Better here or better here? Better here. Okay, so that's going to go like that. So let's get the glue up for that wall. Let's go grab the yellow stuff. Get some yellow for this. Put some yellow on that and on that and on that. You push up here. Remember, this is what they make cotton candy with, right? Sugar. Pure sugar. Yes, we're going to put some globbie here. Get some globbie here, some globbie there, globbie, globbie everywhere. Glob it there. Get that globbed on right here. See how it's not sticking? This is what's bad. That's the part that makes me nervous. More nervous than anything on this. So far, it's holding now. And we're not putting anything weird on either. I mean, we're going to put those lights are going to go on there. Go up to the top. What cracks me up is when I'm in here working on this. And the time goes so fast for me to do it. So what did I say was going to go on here? That was this end. That way, yeah, okay. So let's get this globbied. Get this globbed ready to go. I look up at the clock and it's like already 4 o'clock and boy, it goes fast. I mean, yesterday the intention was to get on around 3 or 4 and work for 2 or 3 hours on it. But like I said, it didn't happen. Wasn't meant to be yesterday. Okay, here we go. Ready? Put this guy on there. So we'll get this wall up. That's supposed to be there. Line it up. Make it straight. There we go. So that's up. So this is the small one that has to be over here. This is the one that's going to have to match up with the other one that we have. So here's this, you guys. So that one's on. I think that's the garage. So that one's on. And it's an optical illusion that it looks bigger than it is because that's the roof. Because it really isn't all that big. See, now I have a double right here that's going to go on over here to line up with that garage. It's going to go on right about there. And then that's what we're going to line up. And the outbuilding down here. It's not a very big outbuilding. Okay, let me paint some more on this other thing. Because we're going to have to let this stuff dry, obviously. I'm just glad this roof cooperated for the most part. Got a bunch of ugly clumpies up here, but we'll deal with that later. All right, let's get back into this. Where's the great one? There it is. So I will be back tonight, you guys. 6:45 to do readings. I'll go take my nap in a bit. So we're getting there, it's just baby steps to get stuff done on this. It's just baby steps. That's what's taking, step by step. The other one went really well, except I think I rushed the other one too much, which didn't help my my design at all on it. So now I've seen videos of families doing this thing, and they get done right away with it. It's like, 4 or 5 people working on it and all that, but took us longer. Took us a little bit longer. Ow, ow. Cramp in my foot. So that's just about all the gray we have right now. It's still dry again. Sides will be covering up with thousands of twinkly lights. Yeah, I think that's not bad. I don't like the clumpies, but yeah. So this will have to dry again. Then we'll have to put lights on it. See if we get that one to dry through the gray. With a slate roof on here. And it'll have to dry. Now the concern that I have is the light, the twinkly light. Well, I don't see how it'll be a big problem because, well, it could be a big problem because there are twinkly lights. I should have left it empty. I didn't look at as usual, I didn't look at the stupid instructions. And it should have been where I left it empty on that side. And I didn't. And so I think it's going to be a little bit of a problem putting on that piece that I need to put on once I figure out the sizing on it. It's not dry yet anyway. So, yeah. So let's, what we can do right now, if you guys want, while we're here, because that's about all that's going to get accomplished today as far as gluing and getting things together and ready for the next put up tomorrow. The only other thing I could do, technically, because I still have to put that last wall on over here, I might be able to, hang on, get this on in the place it needs to be and just glue it on there. But it's going to sit away from this. So I don't think it's going to be braced on there at all. That's the key. This is not going to be braced on here. Because we got a bracer going in right here, right about here. This is going to sit out to about here. It's going to be a good distance out. So I might as well just wait. I can't do anything about it. Gotta wait for tomorrow, though. The only other thing we could do is get those Christmas light candies and put them on. Those we can do. Try and put some more of those on along the overhangs, or just wait on that till tomorrow, too. It's 4 o'clock, huh? Well, thank you. I love it, too. It's coming along nicely. So what do you guys think? Should we just call it and wait till tomorrow to get the rest of the stuff on? Or try to put those candy Christmas lights on there? What do you guys think? What do you want to do? Should we just hold off and wait till tomorrow? Because we really don't want to push it. Anybody over here think we should just wait till tomorrow for the rest? Because I've been on an hour, so. What do you think? Should we wait and let it all dry and then do that tomorrow? Because I know if I try to put those other lights on, again, those are going to have to be held on there and all that stuff to even get them on there. And I feel better pushing it on there when everything's on there than dry. Anybody have an answer? No suggestions? What do you think? Should we wait till this dries overnight and then Because we're going to have to put the twinkling lights on the roof part for this anyway. Okay, you'd wait. I think so too. I agree, Judy. I think we're going to wait. We're going to wait. Now, I want to see, where is it? I'm going to show you because I have a kind of Lego thing coming at Cousin Eddie's trailer that I wanted to build for you guys. And it's kind of like a Lego kit. But what I did find, I want to share with you guys, was this. Got it on sale. It may not exactly be Cousin Eddie's trailer, but look at what I found. So, we're going to make this. And it is a motorhome. I thought it was a towing thing. We're going to make that into something that resembles Cousin Eddie's trailer. I agree. I'm going to wait. Yeah. See, we can just like we can get a bunch of white, and then we can make like out of red and maybe some other color rust stains to put on there. Like Cousin Eddie's trailer. We can make like rust stains on it. Make it look like Cousin Eddie's trailer. But I do have a Brio kit coming. It's like 600 pieces of a 10x4 Cousin Eddie trailer. And that was supposed to be for Christmas, and they were on back order. All right, guys. Well, tomorrow we will continue this. I'll be sure to be on between 2:30 and 2:45 tomorrow, maybe earlier, depending how my morning goes. Oh, wait a minute. I have a private reading tomorrow. Yeah, I think we're okay. Between 2 and 2:45, but I think my private reading is at noon. So, yeah. So, between 2 and 2:45. And we'll get on here and we'll get this thing going. We'll get this back house thing on here. We'll get the Dottie's on, the lights on here. And then we'll get this part done here tomorrow. And then we'll go ahead and start taking those little candy, little Christmas light looking things and put those in. So come on back tomorrow, see me between 2:30 and 3 o'clock p.m. Pacific, and we'll get the rest of this done. Let it all dry. I agree with you, Judy. I agree 100%. Now listen, you're my witness, okay? I'm going to put this stuff in a baggie. It's going in a baggie. But for some reason, I didn't put the gray in a baggie. We just lucked out with the gray. So we're throwing this in a baggie. This is the gluey stuff we're doing. That's the one that's holding it all together right now. And then since I have this open baggie, we're going to take the gray that I've worked with today. Not much of it left, but we're going to go ahead and baggie that along with this. And that way, if that other part's not quite dark enough, we can add a little bit more gray to it tomorrow. I think I could sit here and eat this if I wanted to. But I won't. But if you guys are into really good, true crime stories, like I said, that was part of my day off yesterday. I was watching Under the Bridge on Hulu. Excellent. Well played out. They did a really good job. And it stars Riley Keough. She's gonna get an Oscar at some point. It's coming. Riley Keough is gonna score an Oscar. If I was being an Elvis fan like I am, and I admit, his dream was to become a really good actor and maybe produce and direct. And she's doing it. She's living his dream. She can sing. She can, produce, direct, got her own production companies. So she's living that dream for him. All right, guys, that's going to do it. Thank you so much for coming. Tomorrow between 2:30 and 3 p.m. Pacific, we'll be back. And we'll put this part on, put the lights on that, and then we'll start putting the bigger lights on there, because that's all that's going to be left. Once we get this part up, what'll be left is landscaping. Okay, we can do some landscaping. We can do landscaping. get those other Christmas lights on, those Christmas lights, the candy ones on there. And that's going to pretty much do it. When we're going to be done with this one. Then we'll be starting Cousin Eddie's trailer, to create Cousin Eddie's trailer. All right. Hi, Divine. Okay, I'll be back at 6:45 tonight, Pacific, and let's do some tarot card readings and have some fun tonight. Okay, I'll see you guys then. Thanks, TikTok. See you then. Where's my button? Who's got my button? Thanks, everybody. Ooh, I made a whole penny on TikTok. All right, everybody over to the network. Go away. Not you. Oh, 277 people watched. Well, that's cool. Oh, 279 watched. Even better. Okay, you guys. Tomorrow is another day, and I will see you tomorrow around between 2:30 3 o'clock Pacific, and we will continue with this. And we're going to put the garage on here, and then we'll start working on the hanging down twinkly lights. Okay, and then we'll be filling this in up here too. There's always a spot up here that's open, so we'll be filling that in as well. So it's getting there. It's getting there, and I'm excited for it. Every time I come in here, it looks better and better. I just want to make sure we have no slip down, which we don't now. And this thing keeps slipping out, but we're going to have that problem with this because it did break, so it's going to stay uneven like that. So I just have to. That's one thing that's just like in life. I just have to get over it. You know what I mean? My OCD has to get over that. So I will see you guys tomorrow at between 2:30 and 3 o'clock p.m. Pacific, okay? So come on in, and we'll have some more fun doing this stuff as we continue on our quest. We're late for Christmas. I have people telling me, aren't you sick of Christmas? No, but I ran late. I ran late this Christmas on doing stuff, so I got a late start on everything, and I'm trying to balance with my night show. If you do happen to have a TikTok account, and come 6:45 p.m. tonight, if you'd like a free tarot card reading, come on in, because I just don't do readings. I make it a fun event. Excuse me. I perform, I do other stuff, sing, you name it, tell stories, all kinds of stuff. All right? So I will see you guys later, and if not, I'll see you tomorrow between 2:30 and 3. Good night, everybody.